Okay, everyone. So this is the fourth video for the how to create this, and right now in this video we're going to start adding more stuff into this to where it looks. You can put in your weights and everything else within all of this. Okay. So I'm actually going to adjust something on here. It's going to just make it a little easier. So I'm going to actually go percentage here, and I'm going to go reps. I'm going to skip sets, okay? Because each row is a set, okay? And I'm just going to copy this over. It's not going to do anything to your program. It's just for what we're going to do, it's going to help out, okay? So you have your percentage here. So what we're going to do first is going to go over to your athlete max. And because this is a table that we made with multiple columns, we can actually add in blank. Okay. And you'll see that it goes in. And if I go into athlete max, it actually adds it in. Awesome. The reason why we want to have it blank is because we're going to do something that we've already done before. And we're going to highlight up here, go into this little box, and we're going to type in maxes. Okay, so these are going to be our maxes that we're going to choose from. Now, let's say you want to add in a max down the road. You can always do what we said before and right click and insert, and it will go to the left. That's why we're adding in the blank. Okay, and then what we're going to do is going to go over here, and I'm going to go to every single one of these again underneath the yellow, to the only to the ones that we want to have a percentage on. Okay, because if you are okay with not having a percentage, you don't need these. Okay, and I'm going to change the color. I'm just going to have them all green. They're going to still stay highlighted. I'm going to go to data validation. We've done this already. Go to lists, go equals, and we're going to type in maxes. Hit enter, and you got your drop down. All right, every one of these should be a drop down. Boom. All right, I got power clean in here, so I'm going to click on clean. All right, and now what we're going to do is you're going to go up to your maxes up here, and you're going to highlight the top part and all of your current and training maxes. All right, and we're going to actually now name these a whole nother thing. We're going to go active maxes. Okay, click enter. If I go in and I go active maxes, it's highlights. Okay, then we're going to go right underneath. All right, so now we're going to go and type in a formula. And when you type in a formula, you always have to start off with equals, and we're going to go H lookup. So you can click on a couple letters for HL, and it should come up. All right, and we're going to go A9 because we're going to click on that. All right, so I'm just going to click on it. That way I know exactly which cell we're taking it as. All right, and then we're going to go comma. We're going to type in active maxes because that's what we named it. All right, the little red box should appear around it. So we're good with that. We're going to type in a number 3, comma, and then you got a true or false right up here. So do we want an approximate match or an exact match? We want an exact match. So you're going to type in false. Close that off. Hit enter. All right, awesome. We have 100 right there. 100 for our clean. If we change it to back squat, it's going to change to 200. Okay, so that's what we need right there. And we need to do this formula for all of these. So we're going to actually just copy. All right, so I actually copied that, and we're going to go paste. All right, I'm going to just switch out the A9 for the A15. All right, now this is not going to work because I don't actually have anything in the A15. All right, it's going to give you an NA. Now, if I switch this to, let's say, a back squat, it's going to give you that. So I'm going to switch all of these to anything you want. It really doesn't matter because this is just to set everything up, and you're going to go back in and put all of these everywhere you want. All right. All right. And now what we're going to do is go in and we're going to just paste. All right. Instead of that, so we're going to go 21. All right. And we're going to go in here, paste, and we're going to go P. All right. 9. All right. I'm going to actually just copy that again. Go paste. P9. Instead of that, we're going to go 15. And we're going to go, let's see, 21. Go in, paste it in. We're going to go AE9. I'm going to copy that. Go in. AE15. And AE21. Awesome. So we have all of those set up, and I'm going to just make these another color instead of just keeping them white, just for my organizational stuff. So let's go with, what do you guys say? This color right here. Boom. All right. So those are the ones that we have now for that. All right. We are on exactly where we need to be. And now we're going to type in, use this stuff, type in right here. So for weight, we're going to go into the underneath the weight, because that's what we're going to use for formula. Okay. We're going to go equals inside that little box. We're going to go MR. It's going to pop up round. That's what you want. All right. So what are we going to round? All right. So we're going to round the percentage of C8. All right. And we're going to multiply that. All right. By this right here, which is the max of what we currently have, which is our back squat. The next part, all right, is what you're rounding it to. All right. So if I put a 5 here, it's going to round to the nearest 5. All right. So I'm going to hit enter. It's going to be 0. That's because we don't have any percentage in here. So if I want 50%, all right, it's not going to pop up because this is not a percentage. 0.5. All right, but I don't want 0.5, so we're going to have to, fix that. So we're going to go into format cells, number, and I want it as a percentage. And I don't want decimal places, and do that. Okay, and I'm going to copy this all the way down. So it's 50%. I don't want those borders. I know this is kind of annoying a little bit, but let's go top border, bottom border. It's going to mess it up a little bit more. Actually, there. Okay, sorry. No, actually, top border, bottom border. Okay, so we got 50% right there. All right, and what we want to do is we want to be able to drag this down, but we can't do that yet because we don't have anything locked in. If I drag this down, all right, it's gonna mess up what we're pulling from. All right, so I don't want that. So C8. All right, so if I'm going C8, great. I want C9, so I'm going to lock in the C. All right, but I want it to go down 1, so I don't want to lock in the 8. And now I have to lock in the A10. All right. So those will not move because we're pulling from this exact one. Now if I hit enter, all right, now I can pull it down. Okay, and if I change this right here to 75%, it's going to change only that one. And then we could just type in how many reps you want for this, column right here. Okay, that's just what you're going to put in. yourself. But I'm going to just fix this up a little bit. And I'm going to make sure that there's nothing right there. Boom. It was a little easier on that one. Okay, so that's how you enter in all of that information. Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to now copy and paste and paste and paste, okay? For this, it's taking C8. All right, I still don't want C8. So if I put it in here, it's taking from this one. So I need to change it to F8. Good. And now I'm going to pull it down. Okay, I want to change this one to I8. Okay, and I'm going to pull it down. And this last one, I'm going to change it to L8, and I'm going to pull it down. Awesome. All right, and I'm going to go in here, highlight all of these, go into the borders, and make sure that it's not that. But if I change this to, let's say 100%, it changes it to 200. Okay, and it's only changing that one. And the reason why you see a bunch of little little symbols right there is because it doesn't fit. So if you do have this, you go in and double click, and it will fit in like that. But I already had it scaled out, so I'm going to just put in 90%. And that's what you have to do. All right, so currently I'm on back squat. To change this, I want clean. Okay, as you can see, all of the percentages are based off of that 100, and all of these work. So you're going to do the exact same steps as you did here, down here and over here. So all of these are filtered in. If I go in here and change this to a different name, it all changes. Okay, all of these numbers change because in the orange, light orange here is what their maxes are for those. All right, so I'm going to do one more here just to show you in the example. So I'm going to go equals MR, so it's going to be rounded. Okay, I'm going to take in what the percentage is, but even though I don't have a percentage. All right, and I'm going to then multiply that by this number. And I'm going to put a 5 in. And I'm going to then hit enter. It's going to be 0 because I don't have a number in here. And I'm going to just say 60. But I don't think it's a percentage, so I'm going to put 0.6. And what I'm going to do is highlight all the way down. And then I'm going to right click, go format cells, number, and I'm going to go percentage, and I want it in a percentage. I want 0 decimal places, and click OK. So now you're in percentages. All of these should be a percentage, and you could do it that way. And then I'm going to just fix this up a little bit because I want to keep the C so I can drag it down. So C14. Okay, but I want it to go down one more, and I want to lock in these. For 16, enter, and now I'm going to go all the way in and do that. And these are going to be 0 because you need to put in a percentage. Okay, right there. And I'm going to go in. What you can do is just go and do the top one here. Over, and now we're just going to fix this up. So instead of C, we're going to go F. All right, for this one, we're going to go I. And for this one, we're going to go L. Enter. All right, and drag these down. Drag these down. Drag these down. I want to fix up all these, so I'm going to highlight. I'm going to hold my command and just get the borders the way I like it, so it's not too messy. Go to the middle one. Boom, right there. And then if I put in, let's say 30% here, it's going to be a weird number because this needs to also be dragged down. I messed that up, so we're going to have to redo the borders again. Should have dragged those down first. Go in, borders, middle, good. Okay, and then I've got 30%, 120. Okay, if I go into this one, let's see, 10, this one, 35. Now, last thing I want to show you is if I go in here, we have a 5, all right? Let's say, and what this number is it's rounding the nearest 5. If I put a 1, let's say you're doing Olympic weightlifting, 1 kilo is going to probably make a difference. You don't want to maybe make that 5, round it to the 5 kilo jump. But since we're using pounds, we're going to keep it in 5. But if I change this, it's now an exact number. So in kilos, I mean, that would be a really high, that's a lot of weight in kilos, but it would make more sense to round it to 1 because it's kilos are different than pounds. But for this, we're going to just round to the nearest 5. Okay. And then you got that. So go through, try filling out these top ones, these bottom ones. Since they're accessory work, I'm not going to put in any percentages on them. So it's just, hey, pick the weight. If you know, as a coach, you can see if they're working or not and tell them, hey, you need to up the weight or lower the weight kind of thing. So only for the main lifts is where I want the percentages to come in play. So for this is going to be the last video for a while. I might add in a little bit more down the road, but for right now, this is the last video. So go in, fill out all of these right here, and that's going to be your 3 days for your first month. All right. I actually probably will make another video to show you how to make month 2 and 3, and to show you how to maybe make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So kind of like you'd have 6 days to show, and maybe one of them could be a recovery. I don't know. That might be the next video down the road. But for right now, this should be giving you everything that you need to know. All right. Thank you.